Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be talking about what is Quran. Quran is actually a guidebook how to please Prophet Muhammad. The proof, let me show you the example from how he treated his wives. But first, let me remind you of Surah An-Nisa verse 3. Let us read together. And if you fear that you will not deal justly with the orphan girls, then marry those that please you of other women, 2 or 3 or 4. But if you fear that you will not be just, then marry only one, or those your right hands possess, i.e., slaves, that is more suitable, that you may not incline to injustice. The verse is very clear that if you don't think you can give justice, then marry only one. If you want to marry second one, you have to make sure you can be just to those two women. If you want to marry the third one, you must make sure that you can be just to all three of them, right? Very simple, very clear. There's no mystery. There's no you know question. Very simple. But how did Prophet Muhammad treat his wife? Let me show you. Sahih Al Bukhari, hadith number 2581. This hadith is little long. Bear it with me. But today I have to remind you before I read. This is only I want to talk about justice only. This hadith actually I would like to discuss about something else from this hadith, but today only from justice perspective. Narrated Urwa from Aisha. The wives of Allah's Messenger were in two groups. One group consisted of Aisha, Hafsa, Safiya, and Sauda, and the other group consisted of Salama and the other wives of Allah's Messenger. The Muslims knew that Allah's Messenger loved Aisha. So if any of them had a gift and wished to give to Allah's Messenger, he would delay it till Allah's Messenger had come to Aisha's home, and then he would send his gift to Allah's Messenger in her home. The group of Salama discussed the matter together and decided that Salama should request Allah's Messenger to tell the people to send their gifts to him in whatever wife's house he was. Salama told Allah's Messenger of what they had said, but he did not reply. Then they asked Salama about it. She said, "He did not say anything to me." They asked her to talk to him again. She talked to him again when she met him on her day, but he gave no reply. When they asked her, she replied that he had given no reply. They said to her, "Talk to him till he gives you a reply." When it was her turn, she talked to him again. He then said to her, "Do not hurt me regarding Aisha, as the divine inspirations do not come to me on any of the beds except that of Aisha." On that, Salama said, "I repent to Allah for hurting you." Then the group of Salama called Fatima, the daughter of Allah's Messenger, and sent her to Allah's Messenger to say to him, "Your wives request to treat them and the daughter of Abu Bakr on equal terms." Then Fatima conveyed the message to him. The Prophet said, "O my daughter, don't you love whom I love?" She replied in the affirmative and returned and told them of the situation. They requested her to go to him again, but she refused. Then they sent Zainab bin Josh, who went to him and used harsh words, saying, "Your wives request you to treat them and the daughter of Ibn Abu Kuhafa on equal terms." On that, she raised her voice and abused Aisha to her face so much. So Allah's messenger looked at Aisha to see whether she would retort. Aisha started replying to Zainab till she silenced her. The Prophet then looked at Aisha and said, "She is really the daughter of Abu Bakr." As you can see from this long passage we just read together, that the quote unquote prophet, supposed to be prophet, could not give justice to his own wives, let alone to people, let alone to his tribe. He could not even give justice to his own people, even when they asked him to do so. How many times they asked? They only asked for equal terms, nothing more. But he even actually refused to do so. This hadith is the proof. It's not only he could not do it, but he refused. I mean, he did injustice to his wives. When his wives asked him for justice, he refused to do so. That's, I mean, if he did not do justice, one thing, but he refused to do so. That's another level there, definitely. From this passage, actually, next time I will make a video, but different video, totally different video. But today, I just want to talk about justice to his wives, which he could not deliver. And now, let us take a look the narration from next hadith, Al-Bukhari 2593. Narrated Aisha. Whenever Allah's messenger wanted to go on a journey, he would draw lots as to which of his wives would accompany him. He would take her whose name came out. He used to fix for each of them a day and a night. But Sauda bin Zama gave up her turn day and night to Aisha, the wife of the Prophet, in order to seek the pleasure of Allah's messenger. Now, from all these hadith we just read, these two hadith, we can come to a conclusion that Muslims, his wives, all the Muslims, the followers, they knew one thing: Muhammad loved Aisha the most. Even Sauda gave up her day, gave up her night to Aisha, right? Just to gain favor, just to please Muhammad. So Muhammad not divorcing her. Now, about divorcing her, we can read it from the next hadith, Jamiat Trimidi. Hadith number 3040, narrated Ibn Abbas. Sauda feared that the Prophet was going to divorce her, so she said, "Do not divorce me, but keep me and give my day to Aisha." So he did so. And the following was revealed: Then there is no sin on them both if they make terms of peace between themselves, and making peace is better. Surah 4, verse 128. So whatever they agree to make peace in something, then it is permissible. Now you can see, Sauda asked Prophet Muhammad not to divorce her. If Muhammad is all about justice and love, he would have said to Sauda, "No, I won't divorce you." Maybe, I mean, like, Sauda is actually older at the time, and she's not very attractive. But even so, a prophet should have done something better than this. He could have just keep going to her house because justice is justice. Being just is, if he has to do just, then he has to do it, no matter what. Maybe it's not going to her house to have sex, but at least to talk to her, to comfort her. Because being a husband more than sex, just sex, right? And as you can see on this from this narration, he agreed right away. He agreed, okay, good. I don't have to go to your house anymore. Thank you. And now, as you can see from this hadith, actually from this hadith, another verse came down. Surah An-Nisa verse 3. Let me go back first to Surah An-Nisa verse 3. Asking people to marry only one if they cannot do justice. If they cannot be just, then marry only one. But for Muhammad, because Muhammad is, prophet, then Allah sent another verse. Surah An-Nisa verse 128. If a woman fears indifference or neglect from her husband, there is no blame on either of them if they seek settlement. Well, when you read this, fair settlement, but fair is under the quote unquote because it's not in the Arabic version. Let me continue. Which is best? Humans are ever inclined to selfishness, but if you are gracious and mindful of Allah, surely Allah is all aware of what you do. This is funny. Allah just telling mankind, if you cannot be fair, if you cannot be just, then marry only one. Now, Allah said, humans are ever inclined to selfishness. You see how Allah defended Muhammad. Surah An-Nisa said, if you can be just, then marry 2, 3, 4, 4. But suddenly, verse 128 saying, humans are ever inclined to selfishness. Wow. Allah, and then the craziest part is Allah is all aware of what you do. Well, I don't know. At one point, my question is, at what point Allah aware that people are inclined to injustice? It's not easy to do justice. It's not easy to be just. It's not easy to be fair. And Allah didn't know this when He sent Surah An-Nisa verse 3. Well, so is Allah the creator, all knowing, or what? Well, anyway, there's something to think about. That's all from me tonight. Thank you for listening and watching. God bless you all. Have a nice life.